What are your thoughts on Mtash's return to Stellasaura? Of course he spawns.
I got called out by the devs.
Well, listen. Say what you want about Mtash. This shit is funny. Okay, this is why I like Mtash's content. Like, I think the shit he does is hilarious. He's like a subtle rage baiter. He is. I don't know if he does it on purpose, but he is a very subtle rage baiter. Now, he might be doing completely accidentally. He might not even mean to rage bait, but like, if he's doing it on purpose, I think maybe it was planned, maybe, you know, who knows?
Of Stellasaura. If you guys don't remember, about 2 months ago, Stella...
Yo, I need these people to fucking back the fuck up, okay? Because I'm trying to be a Stellasaura guy. Like, I saw Mr. Poke getting into Stellasaura. Like, he needs to fuck off, too. Like, go back to Honkai Star Rail. Stay there, right? Mtash needs to back up, too. Like, I got the Stellasaura stuff, all right?
Stellasaura launched, and I don't think I was alone here. There was some negativity. And maybe one of the reasons why I was so negative is because of the community sentiment as well. But I made the video like 2 months ago. Stellasaura is a terrible...
Yeah, but like, I feel like Stellasaura's launch was so skewed because so many like gacha CCs nowadays are just politicians that like trying to sell you on whether a game is fun to play. They're just trying to sell you on if the monetization is like breaking the fucking Geneva Convention or something. I feel like you could be like, okay, this monetization shit, but the gameplay's pretty fun. But so many people are just like, monetization shit, don't even look at the gameplay, right? Which is like, okay, I mean, it's fair for some people, but I feel like there's plenty of games that the monetization could be shit, but you don't even have to interact with the monetization if you just play free to play and it's perfectly playable, right? You're wrong. They're trying to sell you whatever sponsors them. I suppose, maybe that's why Duet Night Abyss had so many shows, because so many of them were sponsored. Because Duet Night Abyss, I feel like it's the reverse, where like the monetization is like great, but the gameplay is like,
game. Did I spend 20 hours in the game? No. Did I grind the end game? No. I jumped in. I dunked on it. I truly did. I will admit it.
Duet Night Abyss was the most fake hype of all time. Wrong. That's called Etheria Restart. Don't you start with me. The biggest fake hype this entire year was Etheria Restart. Hands fucking down. Okay? Like, that shit was like goddamn... Like, I feel like Etheria Restart was an industry plant. Like, trying to experiment and see what if they could buy an entire, like, community. Problem with gachas is that monetization actively affects fun. The worse it is, the rougher free-to-plays have and harder it is to get the fun characters. I mean, no, 100%. Fuck off, 1.1 is looking promising. I think we watched some of the 1.1 skins and stuff. That shit looks hot as fuck. But, like, what I'm saying is, the hype for 1.0, not 1.1. I'm talking about, like, all of the, like, insane hype that was being built up for 1.0. To be honest, Etheria was fun regardless. What did Etheria Restart do that was different from any fucking PvP turn-based game? Genuinely. I don't think it did anything, man. Mtash is so fake at this point that it's no longer funny anymore. He just do stuff for money, nothing else. Prove me wrong. I mean, he still makes videos that aren't sponsored. Shut up. No, I'm not spending money on CS anymore. Okay, leave me alone.
As some of the comments said, I haven't dunked on every gacha game that do a lot of similar things. I have not made a video saying this game sucks, this game sucks. I can understand people saying that it's not really fair. I've played other games, I've hyped them up, I've said it's pretty good, but they're gacha games as well. They have energy systems, they've got pull systems, yada yada yada. It seems like I went extra hard on Stellasaura. But
my whole point with him shitting on Stellasaura, saying, like, the main thing was, I was saying he's shitting so hard on Stellasaura, and his whole take was verbatim. His whole take was, okay, I shouldn't say verbatim, but paraphrasing, his take was, I'm someone that doesn't want you to, like, you know, waste time on something that's just like not worth your time, right? And then my whole take was, then why was he shilling Etheria Restart so hard? Because I don't see any Etheria Restart from Mtash since the sponsors dropped off, okay? That's all I like, once the sponsors for Etheria Restart dropped off, I don't see anything, all right? So
that's not actually why the devs reached out. I'm allowed to have my opinion. I'm allowed to say a game isn't fun.
100% fair.
But I did misrepresent a few things, and that is fair. In my video, I talk about some of the monetization and things like that, and I was wrong because I didn't spend money in the game. Now, I want to talk about a few different things here because...
Well, context on that, I DM'd him and told him some of the things he was saying was just ridiculously wrong. So let me ask you, chat, okay? How many of you guys here have played gachas long enough and like spent some money, but like even if you didn't spend money, you know well enough that if there is like a $5 pack and then all the way to a $100 pack, right? Let's say this $100 pack gives you 6,000 plus another 3,000, right? For the first for a bonus. Okay, no, let's say it's this. 6,000 plus 6,000 first time bonus. Okay, this is first time. Do you guys all know that the second after you buy the first time top up bonus, do you think this just goes to 6,000 flat? No, right? Everybody here who's played gachas for long enough knows there's still another bonus that's like, you know, maybe 1,000 or something. What Mtash did, he forgot, I guess, the years and years he's been playing gacha games and just forgot this existed and thought that after you buy the first time top up bonus, it would just be like no bonus. He was basically telling people $100 would get you like 20 pulls or something. All right.
You know, I think that I jumped on definitely, you know, some negativity, some hate sharing and stuff, because I saw posts like this at the launch talking about changes from the beta to launch. Whether it's correct or not, I don't know, because I didn't play the beta. But there was this vibe when I first jumped in that was definitely negative. That being said, after they talked to me about the monetization stuff, and even another fellow content creator, I can't remember if it was Braxophone or maybe Fobmaster, I can't quite recall who mentioned it to me, but they talked about, because I didn't spend money when I streamed it, because I was free to play, I didn't know that there is actually a difference in the monetization than what I said in my video. And so that is false information, and that's not really fair. There's kind of a breakdown here. In typical gacha games, you spend money on the banners and you get 2 times the amount of gems. In like every gacha game ever made, that's what happens. And then once you do that, the bonus goes away. But in Stellasaura, you still get 60% more.
Okay, come on, Mtash. You know that's not true. You know what gacha game is there no bonus after the first time top up? There's always still a bonus. Listen, chat, I legitimately don't think I know a single gacha game where after the first time, there's 0 bonus whatsoever. There's always a small one. Like, let's just, for example, take ZZZ. If I bought this, the first time top-up bonus would give me the double, right? But now that the first time top-up bonus is gone, it still gives me 1,600. I don't think there's a single game that I know that's like a modern gacha that doesn't give a bonus after the first. Yeah, I feel like maybe he's just glazing really hard, but
you would have in other gacha games. And so technically, if you are repeat spending, it is better. And
can you check Uma? Okay, nothing Cygames does is anything like modern gacha. They are backwards fucking like idiots, okay? Don't look at Cygames' monetization. I know Cygames doesn't, okay? But that's because they're stuck in fucking 2015 monetization. I love Cygames. I love Uma. But brother, their monetization, it's like it never evolved. Like the rest of the industry is slowly evolving and like getting with the time. Cygames is like, no, keep it the same. Oh, what is that? Kita-san Black had another child? Buy that one. Like, bro, like, that's all they care about. Cygames doesn't care about fucking changing. They're just fucking buying horses and fucking... Okay, wording. Not fucking, but like, yeah, anyway.
If you look at it, there's like kind of a middle ground here of where it lands compared to other games. And they kind of do a breakdown of the dollar amount for one copy of a character versus dupes of a character, yada, yada, yada. And so... was I overly aggressive calling this a terrible gacha game? Probably. Do I like gacha games? Am I going to hype up every gacha game? I don't know if I'm going to change my mind. But I will call a spade, and like, was I dunking on it? And then I do want to talk about this. I think that if you watch my stream on this, I don't know, in a mood. I was overly negative about a lot of things. And there's a few things that I do want to touch on here. I dunked on the game for being too easy. And yeah, I was only a couple hours in. It's the beginning things. I understand.
This post was also wrong, by the way.
Easier.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But I personally, I feel like I should have some threat of dying. But that being said, 100% transparency, I remember doing this fight and the arena having these different attack patterns that you had to dodge. And I did think to myself, I might not have said it on the video or in my thing. I was like, I bet you if this hit harder, this would be a fun fight. I know that maybe I jumped the gun because it's the first couple phases. Why is your stream lagging for me? I do think there needs to be some sort of threat when you're fighting anything. But I was thinking, maybe this would actually be fun in the end game. But I never got there. And so I will admit to that as well. Now, after my video and after a few weeks, there were some changes that happened. The devs were looking for feedback, and started giving some more drops for completing parts of the game. You get a lot more polls and things like that. They're trying to update the game. They're trying to do things, and the question is, will they fix it? That's one of the comments here is like, hey, they got the complaints. Will they actually fix it? So here's the interesting thing. This video is technically sponsored, but they are going to pay me to play the game again and give it an honest effort. And here's the best part. They didn't ask me to put in a specific amount of hours or anything like that. I am going to commit 20 hours to this game. Multiple streams. I'm going to do like 4 or 5 hours on multiple streams. I'm going to do my dailies. I'm going to put some time in, and I'm going to re-review this game. But here's the best part. In my contract, it says if I don't like it, I can dunk on it again. If I do not like the game, I am allowed to say it. I'm allowed to say I dislike it, I don't want to play it, I don't recommend it. They cannot stop me. And I will do it. Because if I'm taking money for anything, I want people to trust me. And there's this weird thing. I feel like I'm a pretty honest guy. I wear my heart on my sleeve. People think the second you take money, it will corrupt you. But I mean, I'm allowed to do it. That's the best part. It is a win-win situation. I get paid to play the game again. I get paid to review the game again. And why would I not take the money? And so I understand that, some people might read this or see this and be like, this is cringe. There's no way. But I'm going to put an honest effort in. I'm going to look at the systems. I'm going to put in some time. I'm going to get to the end game, and I'm going to see what happens. And I'm going to start that like now. In fact, I'm going to start it right this second. Stellasaura is live. They've got new updates coming. They have a link down below. You can play the game for yourself if you want to follow along. This is technically a sponsored video, so, shout it out, check it out. But I'm starting a live stream as this video goes live, and I'm going to be starting the game. All right, you can see all of my polls. I'm going to document what happens over the next few days as I play it. And once I have enough time, I'm going to review the game again. I'm going to give it a fresh coat of paint, but I'm not deleting the other video. I'm not deleting it. It's still going to be there. And I'm going to give you my honest thoughts after a much longer stint in the game. And then what we're going to do is we're going to review their next big update, and we're going to discuss what are the changes they made from the launch of the game to now. Are they cooking? Are they making big changes right away? I've played other games. I've seen how some devs respond to feedback and how quickly they can make changes. Is Stellasaura doing it? And then we go from there. So that's the plan. There's this initial video talking about, the devs called me out, and I will admit, I dunked on it. I dunked on it hard. I was wrong about a few things, and I essentially put out false information, which isn't fair. They think that if I play the game, I might enjoy it more than they expect. And going into this, I think that I need to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to treat the game like an anime, kind of vampire survivors, auto chess type game. Building teams, getting OP. That's what I'm going to go in with the mindset. Is everything going to kill me turn one? No, it's not. But do I have fun? Do I get more powerful? Are there challenges? Do I enjoy leveling characters and gearing? I'm going to go into it, with a little bit different mindset and just see, is it enjoyable that way? But again, after about 20 hours of play, maybe, if I'm cooking and I'm enjoying it, I'll put in more time. I've got 2 months to do this. I'm going to re-review the game from, the monetization versus other games, the energy system versus other games. I need to spend stamina day after day after day to see what does that mean. I need to see can I get the new limited character when they come out? How many pulls do I have? What kind of currency do I have in a given month? I need to see these things. What are the events like? I didn't even get to that point, right? So that's I think a very fair request is hey, actually play our game and check it out compared to other gacha games that you've played. And that is fine with me. I'm cool with that. But again, if it doesn't get that blood flowing, if I'm not vibing, then I'm gonna tell you. So that's pretty much it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Click the link down below if you want to check out Stellasaura for yourself. And I'm streaming right now. The journey has begun. We are going to play through. We're going to do our initial polls. Get in here right now and enjoy.
Didn't we just watch a video from Bro last week where he said he's taking a step back and making his channel go in a brand new direction?
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I think this is good, right? If he actually gets, like, informed on, like, what the game is like, I think it's fine. The only thing is, I mean, at the end of the day, what if it's just not his game, his type of game, right? Like I said, I legitimately don't know what games Mtash likes. He doesn't like grindy ones. He doesn't like non-grindy ones. He doesn't like, I don't know. Pay me and maybe I'll change your mind. It's cringe as hell. It could be interesting. We'll see. I mean, at the end of the day, but I just don't think it's gonna be his type of game. Also, he just missed, like, probably some of Stellasaura's best characters. Like, what the fuck he's gonna do? Nanoha Nazuka team with Nazuka off field? Whoa, that's so fun! He missed Shia, which is, like, probably the most involved character with dash canceling. Like, he missed Fuka. Like, he has no fun characters to play right now, legitimately. Nazuka's strong, Chad, but she's an off-field. She's a support. You're not using her as a main, right? Nano as your main. So, like, in terms of, like, feeling the actual, like, of playing the main character, like, she's versatile. No, she's way better as a fucking support than as a main. Like, from everything I've read, she is just better as a support. Wouldn't that just be indicative of the new player experience, though? I think that's more so of a question of this, right? Would you have rather Stellasaura nerf Shia after the dash cancel came out? If we wanted to go with you and give them the best new player experience so all characters are perfectly balanced, then yes, we should have nerfed Shia back to remove dash cancel. But I actually like the fact that they kept the dash cancel because I think it's one of the cooler things and it's better to balance the characters based around Shia from there on. Now, the only issue is Chitose's fucking dead in a ditch, but hopefully they'll fucking buff her sometime in the future. They shouldn't keep the damage. Chitose and standard characters are fucking dead. Yeah, like I said, Chitose needs I think Chitose needs a bit of a buff to, like, probably be comparable to Shia. If I recall, it's, like, there was, like, some stat that, like, base Shia is still stronger than max copy Chitose doing dash cancels, which is, like, alright. She's still good, just low damage numbers. Did you just hear what you just said? A lot of the end game in this game is about how much damage you can pump out in an X amount of time. And you're like, she's still good, she just doesn't have the numbers. That means she's bad. That means she's not good. Bro, this thing you were saying just means the game is ass. His updated opinion. Wait, hold on. Let's check out the comments. Time to get to grinding, Tash, man. In summary, it's sponsored ads. No, he won't commit to the game and goes away until sponsor and next game. I'm a day one player, free to play, and I've saved up 35 game gens since launch. I like the new character inside to pull. It took me 120 pulls and it's all gone. If this were any other gachas, 35k is enough to also guarantee the next banner. Time to cook. Bro, okay, listen. I hate people with this type of logic, though. Like, why do people think 35k Primo Gems equals 35k Astrite, like, and that just, like, is equivalent across all games? Because the logic here, it makes no sense. Because each game has its own economy, right? Each game has its own, like, fucking possible difference in pities and stuff. Like what are we doing? Why are we comparing, like, the actual currencies 1-to-1 as if they're all equivalent? You know? That's not his point, bro. No, I get his point, right? Hitting 120 pity fucking sucks, right? 100%. Like, I've always said Stellasaura's weakest part is this gacha. It fucking, it's ass, right? I hate losing multiple 50-50s. I hate the fucking non-carryover bet guarantee. The fucking redemption. I get redeemed to get the fucking character. But, like, there's a lot of people like this that just, like, genuinely think 35k Primo Gems equals 35k fucking carrots and Uma Musume. No, it don't, motherfucker! They're not equivalent, okay? They're not the same. It does carry over. Guaranteed carries over. Not the redeemable. Like, the redeemable, you know what I'm saying? The fucking, like, once you hit the pity, you could redeem to get the character. The spark. Yeah, the spark doesn't carry over. I think if the spark carries over, it'd be nice, but, you know. Once you get to boss blitz, the boss deals more damage. Yeah, you guys watch me do boss blitz and get fucking killed over and over. I have to fucking, like, min-max that shit to get a certain tier. If you're honest, that is the only way to go. These are my impressions when reaching the endgame. Gacha is bad if you're collecting waifus. Yes, this 100%. And maybe this is why I don't like the gacha so much, because I'm a collector and most of the gachas I actually like playing. It's the biggest issue with Uma for me as well. Like, how many fucking Umas did I go hard pity? Like, I fucking hate it. But it's a massive issue for me in Uma as well. For endgame purposes, it's not recommended to pull every featured character because you need to make sure that you can pull make a full team out of that character and the discs. Rather stick with what you have. Well, I feel like the disc part is like not that big of an issue. Like if you legitimately play the game long enough, you get enough discs. You get the event discs. You get the discs from the shops. Like you eventually just have a decent amount of discs for every element. You just need enough events to come out, you know? Do you think in a game that is 3,000 base pulls, you play for 3/4 patch free-to-play and only has 35k is good, specifically counting release? I also play Stellasaura. He said he saved up 35k gems since launch. Does that mean there's only been 35k gems in total since launch? I don't know if that's, like, did he just not pull anything at all? Like, there's been way more. Exactly. So, like, I don't think this statement means that there's only been 35k since launch. I think this is just whatever he's saved up, right? He could have easily pulled other stuff. So, no, I have 56k and rolled all characters. Yeah. So, this isn't accurate at all. Damn, bro. A lot of people don't like the fact that he's just playing it again because he's sponsored. Sold Ash at it again. That's a crazy name. Listen, at the end of the day, it's YoStar's money. But I really don't think this is Mtash's type of game. I think the thing that draws people to Stellasaura... Okay, I need to word this very carefully, because I was about to say it's the same thing that draws people to Blue Archive, but I think that's not what I mean entirely. It's like... it is not entirely, but sort of. Like cute chibi girls. Like, I think it's that aesthetic, and I don't think Mtash likes that. Like, Mtash is the type of guy to be like, I feel like Mtash is the type of guy who walks into a fucking bar, sees a bunch of kids playing fucking little chibi girl games, and then he's like, I have a wife and bunch of kids. I'm playing a real man's game. Life. And then they'd be like, okay, whatever. You know? Like, I just feel like it's, like, chibi anime girl games doesn't sound like his type of game, you know? Like, I feel like he'd be playing, like, Arc Raiders or Escape from Tarkov or like, that type of shit, you know? Think of it this way. Like, Mtash playing Stellasaura is akin to if I logged on to Twitch and I saw Summit playing Uma Musume. Like, I'd be like, what the why is Summit playing Uma Musume, bro? This is not his type of game at all, you know? Like, it's like that, right? Like, do I really think it's, you know? We'll see. I'm gonna keep calling it Uma Musume because of fucking Jeff Keighley. My main draw for Stellasaura is that it's a side game. It is such a good side game. Lily literally just plays it for about 10-15 minutes every night before bed. And it's like perfect. It's actually just a perfect game to do that. Like, you don't really need to do anything. You could burn all of your energy instantly, maybe get a tower run here and there, but you could also skip. So hang on, sad this guy not making Wua content anymore. Wait, did Mtash really even make that much of Wua content? What this guy's saying is 100% true. Stellasaura is like the perfect side game. Look at this, day one player here. It is perfect side game. Log in, skip some stages, do dailies, see if the end game reset. Nope, log out. Like that's literally Stellasaura. Like it's so quick too. Like you could be in and out like in fucking like 2 minutes. You could just be done if you wanted to. Bro, you could probably do about 10 Stellasaura dailies before Nikke even gets to the fucking picture of Rappi on the fucking, like, you know, the loading page? Like, legitimate. And then you could probably finish another 10 dailies before Nikke even loads in. Like, that's how fast it is.